as the free thinkers. Now, those free thinkers created this thing we call Egyptology. And then out of Egyptology, then the blacks who followed that created Kemetology. Now, we are saying that, you see, the ancient Egyptian did not go extinct. They migrated in a thing they call the Great Bantu Migration. Because from 1675 BC came a group of colonizers from Asia called the Hyksos or Habiru, who later will be referred to as the Hebrews. So they were Asiatic tribes. They introduced things like monotheism, circumcision, and all of these things into Kemetic culture. And then later, around 525 BC, Cambyses of Persia invaded what they call Kemet or Egypt. After him followed Alexander the Great, 334 BC. Then followed the Romans, the Greeks, the English, the French, Napoleon and his crew, until they go and bomb the nose of the Sphinx. Now, that process, it took about 2000. In 2025, we will be commemorating 2,500 years of this colonization of North Africa, or Kemet, or what they call the Beba, Maghreb region, what they call the Maghreb region, that part. It was made worse by the rise of Islam. That within 100 years of the rise of Islam, the whole part was Arabicized. Then we have Libya, we have Egypt, we have Morocco, we have Tunisia, Algeria. Today people were busy saying, oh, we can't celebrate Morocco victory because Morocco doesn't recognize itself as African. They're right. At one time it got itself out of the OAU, and so forth. You see, so now these Africans, they did not go extinct. They migrated. They moved to Nubia, to the south. They went back the way they came in, by following the Nile, because they tell you that we come from the beginning of the Nile. We come from the foothills of the mountains of the moon. So the beginning of the Nile is in the Congo, is at Lualaba. So they had that migration system and come forward. That is why among the Maasai, when you trace their origin, they'll tell that we come from Kaila, which they say Kaila is a corruption of Cairo, that you come from a city called Kaila, which is in what they call Kemet. Bafokeng and Barolong, they have their own old stories that point to their stay in ancient yeah. Now, you get a whole lot of groups even here in Southern Africa who can still connect with Kemet. But you look at what took place in Kemet, the culture-wise, the grinding, usila mabele, you find that in the images of Kemet. The ankh.
Our dress code.
Mkulu Credo Moto had the biggest ankh. And he doesn't wear it and start to tell you about Osiris and Horus and everything. You understand? He wear it and tell you about African spirituality as we know it. Now, what happened is that if you want to know Kemet, ancient Kemet, you must study Botswana, Mazulu, Maxhosa, Bapedi. Because these were the people who were living there,
from there
and who never went extinct, who took this knowledge, pack up and go. Dingaka Sabo. Now, when you look at the pictures of their traditional healers, they have the leopard skin. And you have the same leopard skin. Buseti, the pictures of Seti. You see him with a leopard skin and Ishoba, what they call the fly whisk. So we in
because
Africa
of
we
misunderstanding.
Yeah, because you see in Africa
it's noise to hit flies.
No,
Ishoba.
Because in Africa we have what we have is we have different tradition, but we have one culture. So we have a cultural unity.
Usiko lunye is
Yes. So now this cultural unity, it accounts to why you will see similarities in ancient Kemet and among the Bantu, because these are the same people who live there. So yes, it is true, we never had the gods. Even the ancient Kemites, they never refer to that as the gods.
As
They call
gods.
them the, in the corrupted Greek version, they call the neteru,
Neteru.
which will be nature or natural principle, which we then again, we still call it tlhago. Re ke tlhago ya gage, wa bo. Like for instance, let me tell you about something that you